in November of 2021, and we had discussed future increases proposed. But we were gonna wait until the start of our bond came. This is, yeah, rates are going up, and everybody knows that has been discussed, is coming. It's just a matter of when, from my understanding. We've talked about this for quite a while.
Long time.
Long time.
Since the very beginnings, since before a bond
And
was
I'm
ever
kinda scared to
passed.
bring it up because I don't wanna be,
But
we're the
doesn't mean
board
everybody
of raising
understands it,
rates.
doesn't mean everybody understands it.
And.
And with our, even with just taking on handfuls of new customers since then to now, as well as, doing the multifamily, has made a vast improvement. We originally were talking about, in the $25 to $28 range increase, whereas now the monthly is down to $18, 8 of which we've already been billing for, so that leaves us with another $10.13.
Can you explain why?
Yeah, so at the top you see our bond amount, which is the entire portion of the loan that we will need to repay, and that is the $3.4 million. Then we have our Idaho Department of Environmental Quality principal forgiveness amount that we were pre-approved for of $97,830. That brings our SRF loan amount down to this little over $3.3 million amount. Our current number of water bond customers being charged for the $8 is 506 accounts or connections. And then we have our cost per customer for the entire portion. Each customer is paying about $6,526. Our loan term is 30 years, so you divide that. Annually, they're paying $217, break that out monthly, we're at $813. The $8 we're already collecting, so we have $10.13 that we need to increase still to prepare for when the loan closes out. That's when we start making those payments to Idaho Department of
And that is
Environment.
when?
Well, we're going for the DCIP grant for phase 2, which is the tower cleaning. That's around December, and we expect that work to be done in spring of 2024.
And we won't be closed out of this project
Yeah.
until 24 either, will, right?
Yeah.
This project,
So, yeah, that's not until
it's another year.
mid to late 2024
So that's when you'd anticipate the need to incorporate this in?
that we would start repaying, yeah. So, I mean, you guys can choose to do the whole $10.13, because we will need to do a public hearing, to review this with the public and everything. Or you can choose to split that out and, do
Now,
an increase in the future with another one later on. That's entirely up to you guys and how palatable you think it will be.
Well, I think we have a whole time frame to go through a process of educating and informing our members.
I don't,
Nobody likes something sprung on them.
Nope.
And nobody likes to remember big increases, from a couple years ago.
So maybe we just need to work on the best approach for.
Yeah, just work on the
educating
education and information side of things. And then I had a specific question on the number of, I thought we had 600 and some paying water, 650 or so paying water ERs.
no.
Is this,
Numbers stick in my head sometimes, it doesn't mean they're right.
Yeah.
They just get stuck there.
Yeah.
is this charge strictly on water, or is it gonna be split out into sewer also?
No, this is just simply a water revenue bond. This is for our water system, so only the water customers pay it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll have much more revenue that way.
And then kind of with that, the sewer one is pretty much going away soon?
Oh, the LID.
LID,
Yeah, we will bill for Bayview Proper's sewer infrastructure at First LID. We'll bill for that this year, and then it's done for. And then our Cape Horn, when we extended our water service up there, LID number 2, its last billing is next fiscal year, and then we're done with that.
So there'll be some, if we could arrange those two, we could have some.
But we're already done paying our loan amount back on those, so we're no longer outputting any money on those LIDs, now we're only recouping. And that's because of we paid in fulls and things like that we've done. Plus at the beginning of LID number 2, they used O&M funds to prepay LID number 1, which was a whole convoluted mess. And the auditors and I had to clear up, yes. It was a nightmare.
I remember, maybe it was Colleen who had brought this up, being the banker number person. I thought we had agreed, the reason really why we're trying to get money ahead of time is because when the payment comes due, we don't have that money. So we wanted to build up a little bit of bank so we can now start making the loan payments and we'll be able to
Yes.
slide into that.
And usually loan agreements, when they finally close, they require 1 year's annual payment to be in a savings.
Yes.
So that's
That is
what we've
why.
built up for. I believe, what did I say it was?
So
We're at like 167,000.
How much of that do we have?
That's how much we've saved so far with our $8 increase.
We have the 107?
167,000,
The
which will
minimum
take
that
care
they
of.
require?
Yep,
Oh, so that we don't need to then raise until we actually were.
correct. It's
So-
about
okay, good.
education and, but
Good, good.
We have
another
a year
good,
to year and a half to do some
Yes,
education.
yes.
yes.
We don't wanna catch people totally unawares, they need to start seeing it on their bills, they need to start.
And with this new El Dorado, this can be probably put in as an email or
Yep.
onto the bill.
It'd be a
and
great
keep it-
experiment
Another means to
for testing out
communicate.
our notification systems.
A little simple thing like, hey, heads up, hey, the construction's going along, it's a $3 million construction job, it's a loan, we have to start paying it back, and when we do, it's gonna be $10 to your bill. People know what investments. and
Not an
paybacks
extra
are.
zero after it like we know some of them, right, Bob?
Well, actually now with inflation raging,
So to get the,
people are kind of expect that they're gonna pay more for everything.
we
This
don't,
is inflation, this is
I know.
an investment, we almost need to look at, make sure we have our inflation covered within our electric bills and our repair bills and all that, it might be another couple dollars in operating costs.
I do that annually with our budget, but also later on in the agenda, I'll talk about the progress of our rate study.
Do we need to act on any of this now?
Nope, this
No,
was just,
this is,
I'm
we're
glad you
gonna
brought it
table
up.
this. This
yeah,
was
Sean
just-
and I were discussing it in the office and we said, let's,
We gotta remind everybody
Yeah.
and bring this up,
Oh,
that's why I
absolutely.
asked to put this on here, so you guys know that. There was talk about it, and we're gonna have to do it again in the future, so people need to be aware and not get shocked.
yeah, it'll be a great, great experiment for our new billing system notification